Hello everybody, KyleTheGreat here, and I played Bitcoin Miner for a year, so you don't have to. So Bitcoin Miner, for those who don't know, is an idle incremental game that earns Bitcoin. Okay, the reality of the situation is I played ZBD Wallet, which is the application you need to cash out your Bitcoin on Bitcoin Miner. So there were other ways I earned Bitcoin other than Bitcoin Miner, but I'll get into that very soon. So this video is going to work sort of like my second year of Atlas Earth did. I'm going to do the intro as Future Me, and then Recording Me is going to explain the data, with Future Me being back to pick up the loose scraps and sort of explain things I didn't. This video's purpose is to give you a good idea of how my first year of Bitcoin collecting actually, went, and what I plan to do for the second year. So I guess Recording Me, take it away. Thank you, Future Me, I hope not to disappoint. It's a little late for that, I know exactly what you say. I heard that. Anyway, on to the data. So the data here is very simple. As you see at the top, I have days since, which I did just because I didn't think the dates would work in graphs, the date of the transaction, the number of Satoshi I have at the time, and how much it's worth. As you see, my first transaction was on June 4th, 2024. It was one ad. After a certain point, I did not track whenever I did ZBD wallet stuff, just because I would probably be, adding something every day, which I didn't want to do. As you see, I color-coded everything too. And I ended up, after 365 days, 6/4/2025, with over 100,000 Satoshi, which is about, it's not a lot of one Bitcoin, and it was only $107 at the time. I don't know what it is now. Editing me will take a picture of what I have now, because since this date, I have not really been cashing out anything on Bitcoin Miner, just whatever ZBD wallet can give me. I'll explain more of that in a second. And this 40 is because the amount Bitcoin Miner gave has fluctuated over the year, because it started at 500 and now it's at 330 a day max cash out. I will go slowly through this, but there's a lot of entries. And to explain these a bit more, Bitcoin Miner, which is in yellow, which is the main Bitcoin Miner game I got most of it from. 500 was from the second game they made, which I didn't play much of because the payout wasn't there. The second category, or this light blue, is Merge Monsters, I believe that was, and Crypto Empire. These are games that at first paid you Bitcoin, just depending on how long you played. Merge Monster doesn't do that anymore. Crypto Empire, I can check. I think it still does. So it's still fine. Merge Monster went to a achievement system. Coupons are self-explanatory. You see something on their list and you buy it from a store and submit your coupon, and you submit your receipt. Only bought stuff I would buy normally. Game receipts, these are games that through ZBD Wallet said achieve this and you'll get this. And passive, I didn't really get anything for passive, but I'll discuss more of that during the conclusion because that's very important for year 2 of this challenge. And of course ZBD Wallet, mostly through ads or polls. And these were the totals and how much money they were worth. Of the 107 cents, that was the value of my Bitcoin at the last transaction time. I think I explained that well enough. Actually, I didn't. That's why Future Me is coming in right now, sort of to explain the more nitty-gritty stuff I forgot to mention. So, yeah, take it away, Future Me. Guess who's back? Back again. Shut up. Sorry. Yeah, I'll just be over here when you need me. On to the important stuff I did not expect Recording Me to mention is, I must say that the main source of income, Bitcoin Miner, has gotten worse over the year. You used to be able to cash out 500 sats a day, like I mentioned previously, you used to make double for progressing in the game, and used to even rebirth in half the time you do now. I can't be mad at the creators for this, it only makes sense. The company still wants to make money on the game, and can't if they pay out Bitcoin in the quantities they were. But for if it will get even worse, time will tell. Everything else was self-explanatory, other games were no factor practically, but they too have gotten worse over time, especially as the price of Bitcoin rose. Overall, ZBD Wallet was pretty stable throughout, but ads used to pay out double, but I digress. I'm keeping that in. Anyway, now I'll pass the mic back to Recording Me to discuss the graphs. Back to you, Kyle. Kyle? Not a fucking again. Gotcha, bitch! I was faking it that time. I had you good. Ha ha ha, you got me. Just do the graphs so I can conclude this thing. Yeah, will do. I'll let you know when I need you again. Thank you. Anyway, the moment you all have been waiting for, the graphs. There's only 3 this time. So starting with this one first, the Satoshi over time, because it just makes more sense. As you see over time, I just got more Satoshi. I didn't spend any yet. That was not the purpose of this first year. As you see, these jumps are probably when game payouts or coupon payouts were, because otherwise it was pretty steady growth. Just surpassed 100,000 Satoshi last month. I mean, I really made an effort at the end to try to get there. I was pretty close, so. And the value over time is how much my value actually fluctuated over time. As you see, over time went up and then it went down as Bitcoin prices dropped and then went back up again. So, stock-like stuff. And this very informal graph I have here is just a donut pie chart of Bitcoin. I made a donut because, you know, I don't know, I just like the hole in there. And this one just shows the percentage of how much I got from each medium. So a Bitcoin miner, it was over 53%. It got me over $56. Again, this is from the Bitcoin value at the time of my last transaction, but still $56 for a game that you sort of can cheese out of ads is not awful. The next biggest are game receipts, which I made almost $20. Yeah, coupons, I made about $16 back. ZBD Wallet gave me about $13 for their ads and polls mostly. And obviously these other games, practically a no factor. I could have made another graph of value over Satoshi, but you can just look at the stock over the last year. It would practically be the same graph in a lower decibel. Anyway, with that, I'm going to pass it back to Future Me, which will explain my future endeavors and what I plan to do for the second year of this challenge. So, take it away, Future Me. Hi, my name is... Are you going to sing the whole song? Just get back on track. Yeah, I understand. Sorry. I'll get back on track. Yeah, whatever. So at this point, I think I explained the first year well enough. Or I guess we did. So unlike the Atlas Earth series, where I had pretty much just a plan to continue what I was doing, in this series I do have a plan for the future. The next year is all going to be about passive Bitcoin earning. I will still be keeping up Bitcoin miners since it does pay out pretty damn well, but my goal is to reinvest the Bitcoin into a passive Bitcoin generator. And it will be the same one I collected the sats with so far. Only 26, but obviously this is an experiment. So if it doesn't work, you guys will know next year. And since I won't be investing any real money in this, okay, I know Bitcoin is not a stock and it isn't real money, it's somewhere in between. Just had to correct myself from earlier. My only stake would be to get a conclusion. A conclusion I plan to give you guys in a year's time. But for now, I want to thank you all for watching the video. These videos, though fun to make, do take a while. And I do hope you got something out of it. But for now, I guess I'll see you all in the next video. Say it with me. See ya!